Welcome. We are live at the 20th Annual IPF NAPF North American Regional Powerlifting Championships 2023. We are live from the Cayman Islands 7 Mile Beach, and we have Michael, Team USA, Masters 4, 105 category lifter, open up with 65 kilos. So we have two flights. We have our A flight, which is all of our 105 opens, and then two Masters lifters, a Masters 4 and a Masters 1. And in our B flight will be all of our open 120, 120 pluses. So we have 7 in the A flight and 9 in the B flight. So we'll be flying here today, and these are going to be some huge weights being thrown around here. So still waiting for the lights to be registered here on that lift, and they're going to go to sticks. And I think it was a good lift, 65 kilos. Good lift, yes it was, for Michael. And we're going to go to our Masters 1 lifter, David from Canada. He's opening up with 175 kilos in our Masters 1 105 kilo division. So David's personal best in squats 220, and he's opening up at 175. David Noma, Team Canada, 41-year-old firefighter. Nice and easy opener for him. And he's on the board, 3 wide lights. And we're going to move the bar up to 210 kilos in our open division. The rest of the lifters in this round be open lifters. 210 kilos, Christopher, Team Puerto Rico. The 105, these are all 105 lifters. Personal best squat for him, 225 kilos. Opening up 15 kilos below that. Christopher Oquendo, Team Puerto Rico. Makes easy work of that opener. And the referees say 3 wide lights, good lift. And we're going to jump it up to 245 kilos. So we're going to the Cayman Islands lifter, Bogdan Nikolic. He's a 29-year-old personal trainer, opening up at 245 kilos, which is 15 kilos above his competitive personal best at 230. So he's been competitively lifting for 2 years. In our host nation, Cayman Islands. Makes an easy opener there with 245. And 3 wide lights, he's on the board. We're gonna keep the weight right here. Ramel Luke, Trinidad and Tobago, 24-year-old medical orderly from Trinidad Tobago. Squat personal best of 265, opening up 20 kilos below that at 245. Gets himself set up, ready to go. Nicely done, smoothly up to lockout. And 3 wide lights. He's on the board, 245 kilos. We're going to add an extra 5 kilos to the bar. Bring it up to 250 kilos. That's 551 pounds. And we've got Janoy Vaughn with the Reggae Boys from Jamaica. 34-year-old banker. Personal best squat, 260 kilos. Open up 10 kilos below that. Getting himself set up. Nice and deep. Nice looking opener. Let's see what the referees say. 3 wide lights. He's on the board, 250 kilos. And we're going to jump it up to 310 kilos.
We're putting 310 kilos on the bar. That's 683.43 pounds.
Lewis Matthew, Canada. Squat personal best 340. Open up at 310.
From Canada, Lewis Matthew, 310 kilo attempt.
He is our last lifter in this A flight with the opening squats, and then we'll be back up to the top of the order.
Easily down and back up. Watch close, Cayman.
Smoothly up to lockout. Nicely done. And 3 wide lights. He's on the board. Every lifter has hit their opener, so nobody's in danger of getting bumped out of this meet. And we go. Michael looks like he did a token 65 kilo in the first one, is jumping up to 175 kilos for his second. I wonder if that's supposed to be 75 kilos, not 175 kilos. Or is he passing? Ah, I see what's happening. He's not going to come out. He's going to let the clock time out, but they put 175 kilos on so that they load it up so they don't have to strip the bar down. That's what it is. So Michael Dollard, Team USA, Masters 4 lifter, he's not going to be coming out for his second or third squats. However, because it's such a small flight, they're going to load up the bar and let the clock run so the lifters get that extra time to rest and recuperate for their next squat. So that's just a nice, respectful thing to do so people have time to get some rest in between squats. So we're going to move up to 200 kilos. And David Noma, Canada, successful at 175 kilos on his opener. So he's stepping it up 25 kilos to 200 kilos for this second lift. He's a Masters 1 lifter, 41-year-old firefighter from Canada. He's got a personal best squat of 220 kilos. So he gets himself set up under the bar. Nicely done. And waiting for one more light. 3 wide lights. He's 2 for 2 on the night. And we're going to add 25 kilos to the bar. Team Puerto Rico, Christopher Oquendo. Team Puerto Rico. He opened up at 210. So he's jumping it up 15 kilos for his second in our open division. So this will Excuse me, this will tie his personal best at 225, 24 years old. Lights it up, gets it to lockout, and he's back in the rack. 3 wide lights, good lift. He's 2 for 2. And so we're going to jump the bar up to 255. Ramel Luke, Trinidad Tobago, 24-year-old medical orderly, gonna go to 255. He opened up at 245 successfully, jumping on 10 more kilos. So he gets himself set up. Battles that up, gets it locked out, and 3 wide lights, good lift. He's 2 for 2. And we're gonna jump it up to 260 kilos. Bodan Nikolic, Team Cayman Islands, our host nation here. He opened up at 245. You can hear the cheer goes out as they announce him. 260 kilos on this one. He was successful at 245. So he gets himself set up under the bar.
It's a little too quiet in here for someone with Cayman Islands written by their name, folks. Let's make some noise.
Takes it down nice and slow, brings it up controlled, up to lockout. And 3 wide lights, good lift, 260 kilos.
He does it for you, Cayman. He does it for you. I'm glad.
So we're going to keep the weight right here, 260 kilos. Janoy Vaughn, Jamaica, started off at 250 kilos, jumping it up to 260s for the second attempt. Gets himself set up. Ready to go here. Smoothly up to lockout. Well done. Well, referees say 3 wide lights, and that's a good lift. 2 for 2. And we're going to 325 kilos. Canadian Lewis Matthew. He opened up at 310 kilos. And that did look like an opener. And now he's jumping it up 15 more kilos up to 325.
Matthew, I'm told this is an NAPF record attempt.
Okay, so this is a NAPF Open 105 squat record of 325 kilos.
He puts it on his back, he leans back, and
Keeps it going, gets it to lockout. And 3 wide lights, good lift. See that again. Takes it down, hits depth, drives it smoothly up through that sticking point, gets it to lockout. 3 wide lights and a new NAPF Open 105 squat record, 325 kilos. And so
bar is loaded. Thank you, sir. 220 kilos for David Noma out of Canada. Make some noise for him, Cayman.
So David Noma's coming out with 220 kilos. The scorer, I think, made a mistake by putting too much weight in on Michael's attempt. So he's coming out first. Then we're going to have a minute break. They should have corrected that that thing for Michael. Oh, yeah, he makes good work of that 220 kilos, 20-kilo jump. And 2-1, good lift. One of the side referees said depth, but it's 2-1, good lift. And so he's 3 for 3. And so
Bar is loaded, clock is running. Let's welcome him out. 220-kilo attempt for Michael Dollard.
All right, Michael Dollard isn't going to come out for this attempt. We're just going to let the clock run. Even though he's announced and it's loaded, we're just going to let that clock run and let all these guys have an extra minute of rest. As we're going to go to Christopher Ocando, Puerto Rico. And he's going to throw 227 and a half, 501 on the bar once this clock runs down. So I also see that Lewis Matthews, for his third attempt, he's putting 333 on, which will extend that North American 105 Open squat record, which he just set on 325. The world record is significantly more, and that is owned by a gentleman from Ukraine, and it's 362 and a half. And he just set that this year in Malta. So I don't think we're obviously not going to get there. So this is an NAPF record that Lewis Matthews will attempt here later on in this round. But for now, Christopher Oquendo, Team Puerto Rico, attempting 501, 227.5 for his third attempt here in squats. And once we get done with these third round squats, then we'll go right to our B flight. So he gets himself set up. So the new PR if he can get it. No, it's not there. Gave it a good try. So he'll carry forward 225 kilos, and he'll go get set up for bench press. And we're going to jump the bar up to 262 and a half. Ramel Luke, Trinidad and Tobago. He's ready to go. He's out on the platform already. He was successful at 255 on his second attempt. Now going for 262 and a half. This is just barely below his personal best at 265. 262 and a half for this attempt. Driving it. Oh, yeah, he's got that. And the referees say 2-1, good lift. One of the side referees called him on depth. And that is an excellent fight up to that sticking point, up to lockout. 262 and a half. Now we're going to add 10 kilos here for Bogdan. He did his second attempt at 260. Now he's moved up to 272 and a half. The crowd is going nuts. He's local from here on the island. Nicely done. Gets that up to lockout. 3 white lights. He's 3 for 3, 272 and a half kilos. That's 601 in pounds, breaking that 600-pound barrier.
We move on. Bar is loaded out of Jamaica. Make some noise for John Hoy.
Janhoy Vaughn, Jamaica's our next lifter, same weight, 272 and a half, that's 601. Perfect on the day so far. Second attempt was 260. And this will be a new personal best for him if successful. Drives it up, gets it up, locks it out. And 2-1, good lift. One of the referees didn't like the lockout. So he gets it up, keeps it moving through that sticking point, gets it up and into the rack. So that's good. He's 3 for 3. And speaking of threes, we have Lewis Matthews lifting 333 kilos, 333, for his third squat. And he was successful at 325 on his second. His personal best is 340. So this will extend the North American Open 105 squat record, if successful, up to 333.
333 kilos. Make some noise, Canada. Make some noise, Cayman. Make some noise if you're in the crowd.
105 kilo open division. Keep it moving, keeps it moving. Oh no, not quite there. When it stalled out, that was pretty much over, but it was still inching up there for a while. What a ride. And so he ends up with 325 as he goes to bench, so he'll carry forward 325. And we're going right into our B flight. And our B flight is 9 lifters, and they are all open competitors in the 120 plus and 120 kilo lifters. So we're gonna start off with Alexander Bowden, Cayman Islands. He's a 29-year-old custom officer, been powerlifting competitively for 7 years, opening up with a personal best. His previous was 152 and a half. He's opening up with 170 kilos in the 120 plus division of this open competition. So he gets himself set up. Takes it good and deep, fights it, keeps it going, locks it out. And 3 white lights, he's on the board with that 170. He took that way deep. Took that about 2 inches below parallel. And got it up to lockout. So we're going to 205.
Straighten the bar, tighten things up, clean things up.
So Jordan from the Cayman Islands, he's a 31-year-old lawyer. He's our next lifter, opening up at 205 kilos. He's also opening up quite a bit above his personal best, which is 186. And he's opened up at 205 here. So he gets himself set up, and he's in our 120 class. Nicely done, smooth lift all the way through. And we have 3 white lights. He's on the board at 205, and he's in a 120 division. And we go to our 120 plus division, and Eric Willis, Team Canada, 33-year-old engineer, competing for 7+ years. He has a personal best squat of 340 kilos, opening up at 265 kilos here in this 120 plus division.
Good so far through the round. Let's keep it going with Eric Willis.
Eric gets it set up, walks it out. Nice and deep, brings it up smoothly to lockout. 3 wide lights, he's on the board 265.
Looks good to me. I hope it looked good to you. We move on to 285 kilos.
So we're gonna go up to 285 kilos and keep it here in the open 120 plus. Colton from Team Canada, a 24-year-old powerlifting coach, competing for 2 years. Personal best 295 kilos. He's opening up just 10 kilos below that. As he gets himself set up. Smoothly up. See what the referees say. 3 wide lights, good lift. And let's take a look at this again in the replay. Takes it down, drives it up, and locks it out. Good lift, 270, 285. Now we're going to 290. Cayman, Team Belize, 29-year-old entrepreneur, 120 kilo class. He's coming out 290. Now these are openers, folks, 290 kilos. He's in the 120 kilo class. Personal best 327 and a half. See, he walks it out, gets himself set up. Nicely done. 3 wide lights, good lift, 290 kilos. And we're going to stay in the 120 kilo class, the open division. These are all open lifters. And we have Bryce Krychek, Team Canada, 35-year-old coach. Been competing over 7 years. Multi-time participant in the World Championships. And I'm not sure if he has it now. I don't think he does, but a former world record holder in deadlift. Opening up 292 and a half here in the squat. His personal best 317 and a half. Gets himself set up. Drives that up. Nice and smooth opener. Top to bottom, bottom to top. 3 wide lights. He's on the board 292 and a half. And we're going up to 295, adding 2.5 kilos to the bar. Jonathan Avril, United States. So we don't have his personal best information. He didn't submit it on his information card. So he's just opened up at 295 kilos. He is in our 120 and over, coached by L.S. McLean. Oh, made that look easy. Incredible speed all the way through that. 3 wide lights. And that is 3 wide lights, good lift. And we're going to 300 kilos for Mike Teixeira. 300 kilos. Personal best 347 and a half. 38-year-old powerlifting coach. Might have heard of his organization, RTS. 300 kilos. So he gets himself ready. He's in the 120 class, the open 120s. And he walks himself out, gets himself set. Slowly down and slowly back up. Power under control. And no, they said he didn't hit depth. No lift, 2-1. See if his coach goes over and tries to do anything with the jury. Don't see any movement. So no lift for Mike Teixeira. And we have 2 lifters left. And this is 120 kilo. The room's buzzing over that miss. 120 kilo, Tristan Naselrod, starting out with 327.5. 27-year-old science teacher, been competitively lifting for 5 years. Personal best of 347.5. Opening up at 327.5 here in the 120 kilo open division. Oh, and he makes easy work of that. Oh, I think this is going to be a good night here, Mike. 2-1. The head referee said no lift. The side referee said yes. And that is a good lift. Tristan Naselrod. I think that's a shot across the bow on what's going to happen tonight. And of course, the man that needs no introductions, our next lifter. And I will just introduce him by what's going on the bar. 415 kilos on the squat bar. So they got to count to make sure they have equal plates on each side. There's so many of those reds. 415 kilos for Ray Williams in the 120 plus division. A 36-year-old gym owner, personal best squat of 490 kilos. Owns the world record in the squat. And he's back on the platform right here. So he gets himself set up. 26 seconds. I'm all ready. You got to get this thing going. You got 15 seconds. I don't know if he's going to get this off. Just in time. Takes it down nice and slow. Brings it up nice and fast. And 2-1, good lift. Head referee gave a red light for depth. The side referee said yes, it was good. We'll watch it again right here. Nice and slow down. Drives it up. Locks it out. And that is a good lift. We're back to the top of the order. And 175 kilos for Alexander Bowden, Cayman Islands. And you can hear the buzz in the crowd as it's just electric here in this room. All right, so that was our replay there, another lift. So Alex Bowden, Cayman Islands, he's coming out now. This is his second squat, 175 kilos in the 120 plus open division. So he had a little bit of a struggle at 170, so they're going to 175, 5 kilos as he walks it out, gets himself set up. Takes it down, drives it up. Mo, much better on that one. A lot smoother. And 3 white lights. He's 2 for 2 with 175 kilos on that lift. And so we're going to stay here in the Cayman Islands with Jordan, 225 kilos for his second lift. Jordan being in the 120 kilo class in the open division. So Jordan rewriting the 120 Cayman Islands record books here, or his personal record books. 225 kilos, 497 pounds. So he gets himself set up. Nice and deep, powers it up, gets it locked out. 3 white lights. And good lift, 225 kilos with 1 to go. And we go to 280 kilos. 120 plus division. Eric Willis, Team Canada, 33-year-old engineer, was successful at 265 on his opener, moving it up to 280 kilos for this lift. Gets himself set up, walks it out. Smoothly up to lockout. Nice and controlled. 2-1, good lift. Drops it down, drives it back up smoothly to lockout. Under control the whole time. 280 kilos for his second attempt with 1 to go. Now, Mike Tashir got called on depth on his first one at 300 kilos. So he's going to retry it again, 300 kilos for the second.
I have a feeling second time's a charm. What do you think, Cayman Islands? Make some noise for this gentleman.
So it was a 2-1 miss on the first one. So he gets himself set up, walks it out. 300 kilos for this retry, second attempt. Takes it down nicely, smoothly up to lockout. And that time, 3 white lights, good lift. And he's on the board. All of our lifters are now on the board, so we're going to keep it right here at 300 kilos.
300 kilos adjusted. Bar is loaded. Welcome from Canada, Colton Rajanes.
So Colton from Canada opened up at 285 kilos, moving it up 15 kilos to 300 kilos for this second attempt. He's in the 120 plus division. So this will be a personal best for him. His personal best right now is 295. So if he's successful here, he'll move it up for a 5 kilo personal best. Oh, that moved nicely. And 2-1, good lift. Side referee didn't like the depth. The other two did. Good lift. And that's 300 kilos for him and a 5 kilo personal best. And so we're going to Kalen from Belize. Kalen's going to put on 310 kilos, jumping it up 20 kilos over his opener, which was 290 kilos. So he's getting himself set up, got the crowd behind him. The whole Belize team here in the corner got their flags and their pom-poms waving as he's ready to go. Deep breath. Nice and smooth, steady, powerfully, all the way up to lockout. 3 white lights, He's 2 for 2, 310 kilos on this. Nicely done, all the way up to lockout. And so we go to 312 and a half kilos in the 120 open division. Bryce Krychek, Canada. So this is 5 kilos below his personal best of 317 and a half. So he opened up at 292 and a half, and that was smooth as could be. So he's jumping it up 20 kilos to 312 and a half kilos for this second attempt. He gets set up. Nicely done, locks it out, powers it up to lockout. 3 white lights, and he's 2 for 2, 312 and a half kilos on that second attempt. And we move the bar to 320 kilos. Jonathan Averill, USA, 29-year-old production. He works in production. 20 kilos below his personal best. He opened up at 295, jumping it up 25 kilos to 320 here. He made the opener look very easy. Drives it up, solid lift, solid lockout in that 120 plus division. Oh, and no lift. You call it on depth 2-1. So he's going to have one more try. Let's see if they put more weight on the bar, if they recycle that same weight there in the 120 plus category. And we still have 2 lifters to go in this second round. So we're going to put 342.5 kilos on the bar for Tristan Nazelrod, USA. This is 5 kilos below his personal best. He gets himself set up. 27-year-old science teacher. Steps it out, walks it out. Takes it down nicely up. Power under control all the way through that lift up to lockout. 3 white lights. He's 2 for 2. And he is in our 120 open class. 120 open class for Tristan Nazelrod. So he still has 1 to go. And they're going to load up that bar with 440 kilos. Ray Williams. So just to remind you, Ray's world record is 477 and a half kilos. He did it in Columbus in April of 2017, 6 years ago. And so they're getting the bar ready, and he is standing off to the side like a caged lion, ready to come out and do this. 440 kilos. He comes out with a shout. He's ready to go. NAPF super heavyweight, 120 plus, record attempt for the squat.
Make some noise, Cayman.
So he gets it, walks it out, gets himself to settle. Slowly down. Powers it up, gets it through that sticking point. It paused for a millisecond, and locks it out. 3 white lights. That is a new NAPF super heavyweight 120 plus squat record at 440 kilos. That was 970 pounds, 440 kilos. And the room is electric. In between all these lifters, this place is buzzing. And we're going to 182.5 for Alexander Bowden and his third attempt. And he was successful at 175 on his second attempt, stepping it up 7.5 kilos for 182.5. Our local islander from the Cayman Islands here in our host nation, and he's asking for the stanchions to be put in, and that way he can grab on the outside of them. So he gets himself set under the bar. 401 pounds, 182.5 kilos. Drives it up, keeps it moving, gets it to lockout. Excellent job. 3 white lights. And he is 3 for 3 in this competition in the 120 open division. And so now we move the bar up to 240 kilos. And by the way, Alexander will go get set up for bench press. And so we go 240 kilos for Jordan, also from the Cayman Islands here. He was successful on his first two lifts. 225 kilos on his last one, stepping up to 240 kilos on this one. He's a 31-year-old lawyer here in the island, here on the Cayman Islands.
Let him know you're here, Cayman.
Drives it way deep. No, not there. He took it down, almost bounced off the ground with his rear end. He took it so deep. So he'll carry 225 forward into his total, and he is in the 120 open class. And we put on 295 kilos for Eric Willis, Canada. He's in the 120 plus division. He's 2 for 2. Second attempt was 280 kilos. Successful on that. Stepping it up 15 kilos to 295 kilos for this third and final squat attempt. So he gets himself set up. Deep breath. Nicely done. Powers it up to lockout. 2-1. Good lift. He's 3 for 3 on the day. 295 kilos he'll take forward. And he'll go get set up for bench press as we throw 310 kilos on the bar. And Colton from Team Canada, our 24-year-old powerlifting coach, he is already set a new personal best on his second lift at 300 kilos, trying to move it up to 310 kilos for this lift. Colton trying to go 3 for 3 here with this 310 kilo attempt as he walks it out, and he's in our 120 plus division. Drives it up solidly, and let's see what the referees say. Oh, no lift, just a hair on the high side, 2-1. So he ends up with 2 out of 3. He'll carry 300 kilos even over in the 120 plus division. And he'll go get set up for bench press And we go to 317.5 kilos in our 120 division. Mike Teixeira, excuse me. He missed his opener, retook 300 on his second, moved it very well. Now he's moving up 17.5 kilos to 317.5 in the 120 category. As he takes that bar out, walks it back, gets himself set up.
Make some noise for him, Cayman. Let him know you're here.
Powers it up to lockout. And 3 white lights, 317.5 kilos successful. Mike Teixeira, and he'll carry that forward into the bench press as he gets set up for that. And we're going to put 320 kilos on the bar for Jonathan Averill, Team USA. He missed this on his second attempt. They called him on depth. He had plenty of strength. They decided to keep it the same. And he smoothly does it this time also. Let's see what the referees say. And it's 3 white lights. So he comes back and successfully takes 320. And he'll take that forward in his total and go get set up in bench press. And we're going to keep the bar right here for the next 2 lifters, 320 kilos. And by the way, Jonathan's in the 120 plus division. So we're going to go to the 120 kilo class. And Kalen from Belize, 320 kilos on this attempt. He was successful at 310 on his second, taking it up 10 kilos here for this one. As he gets himself set up and ready to go. So he walks it out. Slow and steady up to lockout. Oh no, they got 3 red lights, not deep enough. Didn't quite get down deep enough with that 320. So he'll carry 310 forward in his total, and he'll go get set up for bench press as we keep that bar, we keep the bar loaded at 320 kilos for Bryce Krychek, Team Canada. 2 for 2, trying to go 3 for 3 here. And this will give a new personal best, according to the sheet I have in front of me, for him, 320 kilos. He's in the 120 kilo class. So he sets himself up, walks it out. Slowly down, slowly back up to lockout. 3 white lights, good lift. And he's 3 for 3 in the 120 kilo class. And he'll carry that forward into the bench press and into a subtotal. And we move to Tristan Naselrod, Team USA, and a 355.5 squat attempt. I believe this is a North American record in the 120 class. Let me double check here. Yes, because Cornelius Dennis owns the world record. So this is a North American Powerlifting Federation 120 open squat record attempt, 355.5. Gets himself set up.
Build him up, Cayman.
Drives it, keeps it moving up. Locks it out. 3 white lights. And he is 3 for 3 with a new open 120 NAPF squat record of 355.5. And we're going to load it up for 455 kilos. Ray Williams.
455 kilos. Yes, that is 4 digits in the amount.
That is 1,003 pounds, 455 kilos. Again, 1,003 pounds for Ray Williams and a NAPF squat record in the open 120 plus as they get everything set for him. And here he comes. He's ready to go. Clock is running. And he gets himself set up. 1,003 pounds, 455 kilos. Getting it locked into his back. Everybody's standing on their feet. There's not anybody seated in this room. Steadies himself, gets himself set, gets the squat command. Deep breath. Oh, not there. Oh, so close. Oh, it looks like he tweaked his leg a little bit. So what an attempt there. Came down, hit depth, drove it up. Here we go. Drives it up, and then boom, just something wasn't right there. And he's back in the rack. And so he'll carry 440 total in forward as he gets set for bench. And we're going to take a 10-minute break. Don't go anywhere because we're going to start with our 105s bench press. And we'll be back in 10 minutes. And we are back live from Grand Cayman Islands, 7 Mile Beach in beautiful Grand Caymans. And we have Michael Dollard. He's opening up 85 kilos in our Masters 4 bench press. And 3 wide lights, good lift. And he will not come back out for the next, let me see. Let me actually set up my computer properly. I forgot to add my second bench presses here. Hold on a second. And there we go. So we're going to go to 125 kilos. And David Noma, Team Canada, 41-year-old firefighter. He's going to open up at 125 kilos. Drives that up, makes it look like an opener. 3 wide lights, good lift for him. And we're going to keep it right here at 125 kilos. Christopher Oquedo, Team Puerto Rico, 125 kilos for him, 24-year-old chef. And his personal best, 132.5, opening up at 125. Team Puerto Rico. This is the 105 kilo section. So we have 2 Masters, Masters 4, Masters 1, and then starting with Christopher, it's all open lifters. Nicely done. That looked like an opener. 3 wide lights, and he's on the board, 125 kilos. And we go to Ramo Luke, and he is with Trinidad Tobago, opening up at 142.5 kilos.
Welcome to the stage, Ramel Luke from Trinidad and Tobago.
315 pounds. In the open 105 class. So this is a pretty small flight. In the A flight, there's only 7 lifters. And then our B flight has 9. So this is gonna move pretty quick here. Drives it up, locks it out. Solidly, good opener, 3 wide lights, and 142.5 on the board for him. And we move up to 170 kilos. Lewis Matthew, Canada. He's opened up with 170 kilos, which says that that is his personal best in bench. So he's opened up with his PR. Oh, so the name card's wrong. It's Matthew Lewis Vena. See, the announcer gets corrected, and I have to listen to what he has to say. Otherwise, I just go off the card. Drives that up nicely. And 3 wide lights. He's on the board with 170 kilos. And we're going to keep it here at 170 kilos. Bogdan, he's going to open up with that 170. This is above his personal best. Shows his personal best being 152. I think he's been doing some time in the gym because he crushed his personal best in squats, and now he's doing it in bench press. 170 kilo opener. And that was a solid opener there. 3 wide lights, good lift. And we're already down to our last lifter of this A flight in the first round benches. And we're going to open up
From Jamaica,
Janoy Vaughn, Jamaica, 180 kilos.
Bar is
Open
loaded.
105 class. That's 397 pounds, just a hair under 400 for an opener. And it's showing his personal best at 188 kilos. Smoothly up to lockout. And 3 wide lights, he's on the board with 180 kilos. And we're going to move it back up to the top of the order for our Masters 4 lifter, Michael Dollard, United States. And he's going to do his second attempt at 90 kilos. He was successful at 85 kilos on his opener. Says that his personal best bench is 102.5. So he's 73 years old, and he says he works at being retired. So Masters 4 lifters are 70 years and over. Keeps it moving up, gets it to lockout. And 3 white lights, good lift. And he's 2 for 2 in the bench.
135 kilos.
So we're gonna put 135 kilos on. Christopher, this will be a personal best for him. Team Puerto Rico. So he opened up at 125 kilos. 10 kilo increase up here to 135 kilos. So his his personal best 132.5 here. Attempting 135 here on the bar. He's platform coach by Carlos Pedrogo, the 74 kilo junior medalist here in this competition a couple days ago. Nicely done, smoothly up to lockout, 3 wide lights, and he's 2 for 2 with more in the tank. And so we're gonna load up 150 kilos. David Noma, Team Canada, 41-year-old firefighter, opened up at 125 kilos, increasing at 25 kilos. So he gets himself set under the bar. 25 kilo jump, first to second. Smoothly up, locks it out. 150 kilos, 3 wide lights, he's 2 for 2.
Well done, 3 check mark.
And so we're gonna keep the weight right here. And by the way, David is in our Masters 1 division. So now the rest of the lifters in this round are gonna be in the open division. And Rommel Luke, Trinidad Tobago, 150 kilos for this attempt, 7.5 kilo increase over his first. Just 7.5 kilos below his personal best. Gets himself set up. Drives that off the chest, locks it out. 3 wide lights, he's 2 for 2 with 150 kilos, 330 pounds. Done, as he's got one more attempt here. And so we go to 177.5. Now don't forget, these guys are not just competing for the overall, but there are individual lift medals also. So 177.5 here, and it's Matthew Lewis Venna. Smoothly up to the top, locks it out. 3 wide lights, he's 2 for 2. And that gives him a 7-kilo personal best on that lift. And we go to 177.5. Vagdon, local here to our host nation of the Cayman Islands. So he opened up with 170 kilos. And he's been going lift for lift with Matthew. And drives that up, gets it locked out. See what the referees say. 3 white lights, and he's got one more to go. So Bogdan's the lighter lifter in between him and Matthew for the individual bench medals if they end up in a tie.
Bar is loaded. Welcome from Jamaica, Janoy Vaughn.
So we're going to go to 187.5 here. Janoy opened up at 180. Now he's jumping up to 187.5. So this is just a hair below his personal best of 188. Keeps it going, gets it up. Saw some extra leg drive, but nope, good lift. 3 wide lights and 187.5 for Janoy as we go to our 3rd round benches. And Michael Dollard is not going to take his 3rd attempt. So they're going to load up 142.5 and let the clock run to give these guys some rest because it's such a small flight. And our next lifter will be Christian Oquendo, Puerto Rico, after we just let the clock run for a full minute. So far, and I don't want to say anything bad that'll cause, a jinx on anybody, but we haven't had anybody miss a bench here yet. But now we are starting 3rd round benches where people are really stretching and pushing the limits of their lifting ability. So Michael Dollard, the Masters 4, he was successful at 85 kilos and then 90. And then he only did his opening squat. And so he did 2 attempts at bench. And we'll see how that works out for him in the deadlift, what he's going to do there. So now the clock is set. The bar is already loaded up. They just have to adjust the rack heights and stuff. And Christopher will come out for his 3rd and final bench attempt. 142.5, 315 pounds. So he's already got a personal record at 135. And let's see how he does here with this 7.5 kilo jump. Deep breath. Drives it up, gets it moving, keeps it moving, gets it to lockout. See what the referees say. Good lift, 2-1. And that is a huge PR for him. And 3 for 3. And he has a subtotal of 367.5 kilos going into deadlifts. So we go to 155, and Ramna Luke from Trinidad Tobago, 150 kilos on his second attempt. 155 here. Just a hair below his personal best. Representing TNT, Trinidad Tobago, 24-year-old medical orderly, lifting on the NAPF stage. Drives it up, locks it out, nicely done. 3 white lights, good lift. He's 3 for 3. A subtotal of 417.5 kilos as he will go get set up for deadlifts. And we're gonna add 2.5 kilos, move it up to 157.5. David Noma, Team Canada, 41-year-old firefighter. So he's trying to stay perfect on the day. He's our Masters 1 105 kilo lifter. Drives it up, keeps it moving, gets it to lockout. 3 white lights, good lift, 3 for 3, 157 kilos. And that is a new PR for him by 2.5 kilos in that Masters 1 division. And so Bodan, he's gonna move his lift up 2.5 kilos. That's the minimum, 180 kilos. He was successful at 177.5. Looked like it was just a little bit of work there. So he went to the minimum, 2.5 kilos. 180 kilos, 397 pounds.
Bar is loaded at 180 kilos. Cayman Islands.
Representing the Cayman Islands.
Good from 170 and 177.
So third and final deadlift for him. No, not quite there. So he's 2 out of 3 in the bench. He'll carry 177.5 forward and a subtotal of 450 kilos as he'll go get set up for deadlifts. And we have Matthew Lewis Vena, 182.5 kilos on his third and final attempt in the bench. He also was successful at 177.5 on his second attempt.
182.5 kilo attempt.
So this is also battling for those individual bench press medals. So just to add a little drama, Bodan, if they both end up with 177.5, would actually win. Oh, but he locked that out nice and easy. 3 white lights, he's good, 182.5, 401 pounds. And that will give him bench press silver, Bowden bench press bronze, and let's see, we go to 190 kilos. And Janoy Vaughn has bench press gold wrapped up in this 105 open division, but he's trying to add to his total 190 kilos. He's successful at 187.5 on his second attempt. Moves it up, keeps it moving. Still moving. Yeah, keep it going. Locks it out. And 3 white lights. What a lift there. 190 kilos. Successfully 3 white lights, and he'll carry a subtotal forward of 462.5 kilos as he gets set up for deadlift. And Matthew Lewis, he carries a subtotal of 507.5 forward. And Bowden, 450. So we're going to go right into our B flight. And Alexander Bowden, 110 kilos in his opener. He's a 29-year-old customs officer here in the Cayman Islands. So he's opening up with 110 kilos. So it's 5 kilos above his bench personal best. And moves that like it's an opener. 110 kilos, 3 white lights, easy work. And so we're going to move up to 145 kilos. Also from the Cayman Islands, Jordan. So Jordan Michelin, Cayman Islands, 31-year-old lawyer, 145 kilos, 320 pounds. Says his personal best is 145 kilos, so he's opening up with a PR, tying his PR. Makes easy work of that. Kind of looked like an opener. And 3 white lights. He's on the board with 145 kilos. And we're going to jump it up 185 kilos. Canada's Colton Lagenis. Sorry if I'm butchering it that bad. 24-year-old powerlifting coach. His personal best is 190 kilos. He's opening up just 5 kilos below that, 185 kilos.
185 kilo attempt for his first bench of the night.
So he gets the lift off, gets set. Three white lights made simple work of that. And he's on the board, 185 kilos. We go to 187.5 kilos. Bryce Krychek, Team Canada, 35-year-old coach. Personal best bench, 202.5. Open up at 187.5.
Canada, Bryce Krychek, 187.5 kilo attempt.
Gets the lift off ready to go. Makes easy work of that opener, 187.5. And 3 white lights, and he's on the board. And we're going to go to Mike Tashir, opening up at 192.5. So Mike is in the 120 class, along with Bryce and Jordan. And also Kaylin and Tristan. So Mike Teixeira gets himself set up, 192.5, does his own liftoff. Drives it up, locks it out. 3 wide lights, he's on the board with 192.5 kilos. And we're going to 205 kilos. Tristan Nazelrod, USA.
For Tristan Nazelrod. Bar is loaded.
Bar's called loaded.
Welcome him out.
Says his personal best is 215. So he's opening up 10 kilos below his personal best. In the open 120 class. Moves 205 kilos like an opener.
Well done by Tristan.
And we're going to 210 kilos.
210.
Jonathan Averill, 120 plus division.
Bar is loaded. Welcome him out.
210 kilos.
Jonathan Averill.
And I don't have his personal information about his best lifts and things like that, so I can't share that with you. I can tell you he's going to open with 210 kilos. Okay, we're back after somebody kicked a cable or something like that. So, update. We are now into our second bench press round. So we had Colton do 195. Bryce Krychek just did 200 successfully. And we have Mike Teixeira doing 202 right now. He's getting himself set up for that 202. And Ray Williams opened up at 215 successfully. Eric Willis opened up at 230 successfully on his opener. And Mike smoothly locks that out. 3 white lights, 202.5. So he's 2 for 2. And we go to Tristan Nazelrod. Moved it up to 212.5 after his opener of 205. 2.5 kilos below his personal best of 215. So Tristan gives instructions to our bearded handoff guy. Brendan, don't call me Brandon. Okay, Brandon, don't call me Brendan. As Tristan makes easy work of that, 212.5 kilos. And so we're going to Jonathan Averill, 220 kilos for this lift. Oh, by the way, he was successful on his opener, 210 kilos. I think we might have cut out before that. Not exactly sure when we cut out, but he was successful on his opener at 210. So he's doing his second lift at 220.
Welcome him out from the United States of America. Make some noise for this young man.
And he's making some waves. Talked to his coach, Ellis McLean, said we're going to see if we can put up some special numbers here today, and he is. Ooh, fighting hard on that one. Got stuck. I hope I didn't jinx him by talking about that. 220 kilos. And so he's got one more chance in the third bench to see if he can correct that. Try to get that to work again. So Karen, Team Belize, 29-year-old entrepreneur, opened up at 215. You can hear the Belizean fans yelling in the corner. Coming out with 222.5, 222.5 on this second attempt. Drives it up. Try to get that right arm lock. There it goes. Locks it out. And waiting for one light. 3 white lights. Good lift. 222.5 for Kalen. Team Belize. 2 for 2. And we're going to load up 4 reds on each side. 225, the pretty weight there. Just 4 red plates and locks. 225 kilos. Big Ray Williams. He opened up at 215 kilos successfully. Now he's moving up to 225. He's in our 120 plus division. And then we've got one more lifter after him before we move up to third benches. Ray does his own liftoff. Nice and smooth. Great speed up all the way to lockout. 3 wide lights, good lift. 225 kilos. Made it look like an opener with 1 to go. And we're going to load up 240 kilos for Eric Willis, Team Canada. This is 529 pounds. He opened up at 230 successfully. He's in the 120 plus division. What's going on? They have a misload, I think. So he should get a new clock. So he's going to get a new clock as they set the... Okay, 240 kilos here after they get the bench set up right. And this is to tie or equal the current NAPF record of 240 kilos, so it's not going to break it. But I think he will on the third because he made easy work on that. 2 to 1, white light, good lift. 240 kilos. He did kind of pop his butt up a little bit. That's what that yellow light was on the red, so let's see what happens there. So we're back to 130 kilos on Alexander Bowden.
Bar is loaded and
Cayman Islands. So he's 2 for 2, trying to go 3 for 3, 130 kilos. He's in the 120 plus category.
Let him know, Cayman Islands, you're with him on this last bench.
29-year-old customs officer, personal best before today was 105 in competition. He's crushed that. Does his own liftoff. Drives it up. Nope, that ain't going to be there. So he'll carry forward to 125 kilos and a subtotal of 307 going into deadlifts. And we're going to move the bar to 160 kilos. I believe that's about 355 pounds, but I have to check.
Bar is loaded.
353. So 353 pounds, 160 kilos on this attempt. And Jordan, Cayman Islands, trying to go 3 for 3 in the bench press. Already successful at 150 kilos. Keeps it going, locks it out. See what the referees say. No lift. Looks like he popped his rear end off the bench. So let's take a look here. Or he slipped his feet. Yeah, there's the bench, the rear end popping off the bench. So no lift there, but he will carry 150 kilos forward in a subtotal of 375 kilos in the 120 class. So we're going to 205 kilos, a 10 kilo jump for Colton. He was successful at 195. Now he's jumping it up to 205. He's in the 120 plus division. So this will break, well, the 195 broke his personal best of 190. So he's trying to add to that. 205 kilos. Nicely done. Locks it out. 3 wide lights, 205 kilos. And he will carry a subtotal forward of 505 kilos in the 120 plus category. And we keep the weight here at 205, trying to stay perfect. Bryce Krychek. He was successful at 200 kilos. Now he's going to 205 in the 120 category, trying to go 3 for 3. I think he's trying to stay perfect on the day. So he gets himself set up, gets the handoff. Smoothly up to lockout. 3 white lights and perfect through the bench, and a subtotal in the 120s of 525, and he'll go get set up for deadlifts. And as these guys start warming up, you'll start hearing the thunder coming from the next room as that bar hits the floor in that warm-up room. And we go to 207.5 for Mike Tashir. He was successful at 202.5 on his second lift. And he's perfect so far in the bench press as he gets himself set up. Keeps it moving, keeps it moving. Trying to get it locked. No, it's not going to be there. So close. So he'll carry 202.5 forward and a subtotal of 520 in the 120 kilo class. And we're going to go 217.5 for Tristan Naselrod in the 120 kilo division. He's 2 for 2 in the bench press, trying to increase his total by 5 more kilos. Successful at 212.5 in the second. Threw on 5 more kilos for 217.5 here. And this will be a personal best in the bench press, which is showing 215 kilos here in front of me. Nicely done, smoothly up, locks it out, 3 white lights, and he's 3 for 3, and a subtotal carrying forward of 573 as he gets set up for deadlifts. And we have 4 more lifters. Jonathan Averill, 220 kilos. He missed this on his second attempt, trying to reset it here. He was successful on his opener at 210. Still fighting it. Still fighting. No. Got that right arm just slightly ahead of the left and couldn't correct it. So he'll carry 210 forward and a subtotal in the 120 plus of 530 kilos. And we put 225 kilos on the bar. Kalen, Team Belize, 200, this will tie his personal best, 225 kilos, 4 red plates in the locks. So he's trying to stay perfect on the day. Is he gonna come out? I don't think he's coming out. So he's gonna call 222.5 good enough for himself. He would be fighting for just 2.5 kilos. And so he's just gonna let the clock run, and he's gonna carry forward a subtotal of 532.5. And he's probably already over there warming up for deadlifts. As the clock goes to 0, and we will now load 235 kilos on the bar for our 120 plus lifter, Ray Williams. Ray was successful on his first 2 benches, so he already did 225 on his second. So he's moving it up 10 kilos to 235. As they get everything set up for him. So we've broken the realms of the 500-pound bench. So 518 kilos, 518 pounds, 235 kilos. Gets himself set, does his own liftoff. Drives it up, locks it out. Nicely done. 3 white lights, and he's 3 for 3 in the bench, carrying forward a subtotal of 675 kilos. And we've got one more bench here before we take a 10-minute break and start deadlifts, and that is Eric Willis. He's attempting a NAPF 120 plus bench record here, 245 kilos. Eric Willis in the 120 plus open. And this will also be a personal record for him also. Drives it up. Can he keep it moving? There it is. And no! 2 red lights, yellow sublights, which means he probably popped his rear end off the bench. I think when he initially leg drived, his rear end popped off the bench. So no lift. And let's see, he will carry forward, hold on here, a subtotal of 535 into the deadlifts. And we will be back in about 10 minutes for the deadlift portion of this competition, starting off with our 105s. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. We are live at the 20th annual IPF, NAPF, North American Regional Powerlifting Championships from beautiful 7 Mile Beach, Grand Cayman Islands. So Michael Dollard, our Masters 4 lifter, opening up at 150 kilos with that lift. Makes easy work of that, and through 3 wide lights, he is on the board. And so we move up to 175 kilos. David Noma, Canada, Masters 1, 105 kilo class. And loading up 175 kilos. And then the rest of the lifters in this round will be open lifters. Total of 7 in this A flight.
Bar is loaded.
So David Noma, Canada, 175. And he makes easy work of that. Sets it down. And 3 wide lights, good lift. So we move up to 501 pounds, 227.5 kilos. Christopher Oquendo, Team Puerto Rico, Boricua in the house. This will exceed his personal competition best of 225 for an opener. 24-year-old chef from my home, Puerto Rico.
For Christopher Oquendo.
Nicely done, easy opener. And 3 wide lights, good lift. He's on the board. And we're gonna jump it up to 265 kilos. Ramel Luke, Trinidad Tobago, 24-year-old medical orderly. And he's opening up at his, 10 kilos below his personal best for deadlift. Opening up at 265 kilos here.
Let's get it out here. Trinidad and Tobago, where are you? Make some noise, my section over here. Look how relaxed he arrives at the platform. Not a worry in the world.
So he gets himself set in, make sure those feet are locked down. He doesn't want to slip with that on the platform. Makes easy work of that opener. 265 kilos, 3 white lights. He's on the board.
No worries, I like it.
Janoy Vaughn, Jamaica, opening up at 270 kilos.
Where are my Jamaican fans in the crowd?
105 kilo class here. 34-year-old Baker.
Bar is loaded, says the man in charge.
He's opening up just 13 kilos below his personal best.
Kilos. Apparently, Janoy, it's just a bar.
Gets himself set. And makes easy work of that lift right there. That's an opener, and it's 3 white lights. And he's on the board with 270 kilos. And so we're going to go to 285 kilos. And Bagden Nikolic, Cayman Islands. So they get the bar set up, 285 kilos.
And from the Cayman Islands, welcome him back out. Bogdan Nikolic, 285 kilos, a mere
628 pounds for this opener.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Smoothly locks that up. And 3 wide lights, good lift. with one more lifter in this first round deadlifts, we're going to jump it up to 310 kilos.
Lewis Vina out of Canada, 310 kilo attempt.
683 pounds from Matthew Lewis Vena, Team Canada, the Open 105 kilo class.
Bars loaded. Let's welcome him out. Where are my Canadian fans in the house?
310 kilo opener. And that moved like an opener. 3 white lights, good lift. And we're going back up to the top of the order. And Michael Dellard, Team USA, Masters 4 105 lifter, adding 25 kilos to the bar. And see if he's coming out. I think he is for this one. Yes, he is. So his personal best deadlift's 185 kilos.
Bars loaded, bring him out, Michael Dollard, the United
175 kilos here. Gets that up, locks it out. Let's see what the referees say. 2-1, good lift. And so we're going to 215 kilos for David Noma, Masters 1 lifter from Canada. Opened up at 175 kilos successfully, jumping up 35 kilos. Or excuse me, make that 40 kilo jump. And he makes easy work of that, 3 white lights. And he is 2 for 2. And we go to 240 kilos for Christopher, Team Puerto Rico, in our Open 105 class.
They look like a NASCAR or IndyCar pit crew. No problem. We are changing weights in and out all night. What a wonderful job they do. I think he heard me calling on him. Now he's just showing off. There you go. All right. Bars loaded. Bring out Puerto Rico. Who's here for Puerto Rico? Christopher.
All right. So here comes Christopher. 240 kilos here.
29.11 pounds.
So basically 530 pounds. Gets it up, locks it out. He got a little forward on his toes. Let's see what happened. Yeah, that caused him to go up and down on the bar. So he'll get to try it again. You can see right here he gets forward, goes up and down, and no lift. So close. So he'll make an adjustment, try it again for his third lift. And we go to 275 kilos. And Rama Luke, Trinidad Tobago, he was successful at 265, moving it up 10 kilos to 275.
6 kilos. Relaxed. He looks not a worry in the world. Watch him work, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice and smooth up to lockout.
Goodness gracious.
And and 3 wide lights, good lift. So 275 kilos on that attempt with 1 to go. And we go to 290 kilos. Janoy Vaughn, Reggae Boys, Jamaica in the house.
Making sure it's perfect. Safety for these athletes is
290 kilos, a 20 kilo jump here from 1 to 2.
From Jamaica, who's with us now? Janoy Vaughn, 290 kilos, 639.34 pounds.
So 640 pounds here for this 290 kilos. So he gets himself set. This is well above his personal best. Makes easy work of it. 3 wide lights, new PR, 290 kilos. And we're throwing on a nice round 300 kilos. And Bogdan, Cayman Islands, 661, 300 kilos. He was successful at 285 on his opener. So here we go. Gets it up, locks it out. Makes all of our computers jump on the table. 3 wide lights. And he's got 1 to go. And so we're going to 312 and a half kilos. Matthew Louis Vena, Canada. He was successful at 310. Takes the minimum jump to 312 and a half. Either he might have gotten injured, or he's just not feeling it, or he missed the time cut, because from the time you get done, you have 1 minute to get your change into the scorer's table. If you get there after that 1 minute, it is just an automatic jump. Yeah, he missed the time to get the card in. Oh, he's going to skip this one out. That's what it is. Okay. So Ryan sees that he put in his 3rd attempt already of 358. So he's just going to skip this lift to save energy for the 3rd one, where he's going for a record. So we're going to go up to our 3rd round deadlifts after the clock runs out here.
Is that thunder? I don't know. I need sour cream for my baked potato because something's going on upstairs. We're not sure. We've timed out. We're moving on to. All
right, so we're back up to the top of the order. And Michael Dollard from the Team USA, Masters 4 lifter, is going to attempt 215 kilos here.
As we start the final deadlift for our competitors in the first half of the section out of the United States of America.
So this will be
215 kilos. The bar.
Let me see. No, they're not saying it's a record. So 215 kilos for Michael Dollard, 3rd attempt.
From the United States of America, Michael Dollard.
So maybe he's not coming out either. Let's see, there's only 30 seconds left. Looks like he's going to pass also. So what this is, when they're letting the clock run and not come out, is because it's such a small flight, they're giving time for everybody to recuperate, which is just a courtesy in the sport. Otherwise, they'd be forcing people to do these max efforts with very little rest, and your body needs a little bit to restock itself up with that stuff that gives you the power to make these insane lifts. So we're gonna now load up the bar with 225 for David Noma, Masters 1 lifter from Canada.
225 kilos, his final deadlift from Canada, David Noma. Bar is loaded.
So here we go. Now we're starting the third round. 225 kilos, Masters 1, 105 kilo class. So he gets it up, locks it out, and the lift is good. 3 wide lights. So he's 3 for 3 in deadlifts. And so Michael is your gold medalist in the Masters 4. David is your gold medalist in the Masters 1. And so we're jumping up to 247 and a half here. Christopher Okendo, I can't even pronounce my own country person's name. Christopher Okendo, Puerto Rico, 105 kilo open class. He's been shattering his personal best in every lift here. And he's ready to go. He's running out already before the bar's ready. So now the bar's loaded. Here he comes. He's ready to go. So here we go, 247 and a half. Gets it, locks it out. There you go. And 3 white lights, a super PR for him, and 2 out of 3, and he ends up with a championship total of 615 kilos. And we're gonna load up 290 kilos, and the Trinidadians are going crazy in this place for their countryman, Ramel Luke. 290 kilos being loaded up for him. He was successful at 275. So here he comes. He already tied his personal best, trying to break it right here. This room is nuts right now here, folks. He's coming out. Here we go. 290 kilos on this attempt, trying to go 3 for 3. Gets it up to his knees. Oh no, couldn't quite get it. So his championship total 692.5. And his second deadlift goes forward 275 kilos. And we're loading up 307 and a half here. Janoy Vaughn, Jamaica, coming up here. He was successful on his second lift, 290, jumping it up, 17 and a half kilos for this third one. He's currently in the silver medal position. Let me check. Now and then Bogdan is right on his heels, so he needs this. He needs this to protect that silver medal, because Bogdan is at 750 right behind him. So this is to get some insurance room here. 307.5, here we go. Needs this for the insurance room to protect that silver medal. No, it ain't happening. Ooh. So here we go. Let's see whose lot number is bigger. Oh, Bogdan's got the smaller lot number. He can't drop the weight, so he has to stay at 310. But who's the lighter lifter here? Bogdan's the lighter lifter, so a tie goes to him. So he needs to hit this 310. This is going to be to move into the silver medal position and drop Vaughn down to the bronze medal. So here we go. This is for medal positions here, folks. Gets it up, locks it out, and let's see what they say. 3 white lights. That was a silver medal pull. Bogdan gets the silver medal with a total of 760 kilo. Janoy ends up with a total of 752 and a half, and the bronze medal on the last pull. And we still have one left, and that's Matthew Lewis Vena, who is your gold medalist, but he is pulling for a NAPF Open 105 deadlift record. He's got 358 kilos loaded on the bar. That is 789.25 pounds. 3/4 of a pound under 790 pounds. 358 kilos. He already has the gold medal, pulling for the record here. And here we go. Nope, it's pinned to the floor. So he is your gold medalist. And wow, what a way to finish off that flight. And so we're jumping right into our B flight. No waste of time. They're going to load this, take this thing, load up with 210 kilos for Alexander Bowden. He is from the island here, Cayman Islands, in the 120 plus category. So just to review real quick, you had Matthew Lewis Vena, gold medal. Bogdan, your silver medalist. And Janoy Vaughn, your bronze medalist in the Open 105s. So 210 kilos loaded up here for Alexander Bowden, Cayman Islands. He had his knee sleeves pulled down. He's having them pull up. The head referee said, hey, pull those things up. So take them off or put them on right.
I want to hear some noise. Come on, this is our uptown boy. Cayman Islands is written up there. Let him know. Goodness gracious.
Easy opener. 210 kilos, gently sets it back down. 3 white lights, and the local crowd goes crazy. And we stay with the local islander, Jordan, 240 kilos being put on the bar. Whew, trying to catch my breath here. There is buzz and anticipation in this place. Electric.
Bar is loaded for Jordan Macklin, 240 kilo attempt.
So Jordan Macklin, Cayman Islands, 240 kilos. makes an easy opener. Gets the down command. 3 white lights. He's on the board, 240 kilos. And so now we go to Colton. He's going to load up 260 kilos on the board. Whew. So Colton's personal best in deadlift is 275. He's opening up at 260 kilos.
Bars loaded, says the man with the plan. Welcome out.
24-year-old powerlifting coach from Canada.
260 kilos. Make some noise for him, Canada. Make some noise for him, Cayman. His first deadlift.
And makes easy work of that opener. And 3 white lights, good lift. So we're going to jump it up to 300 kilos, 661 pounds. Cayman Belize is our next lifter.
Belize, are you back there? Is everyone got a drink in their hand?
So Cayman's personal best, 335, opening up at 300 even in the 120 class. So these are all open competitors. They're either in the 120 plus or the 120. So here we go. 300 kilos for this pole, opening pole here. And makes easy work of that. And the lift is good. 3 white lights, 300 kilos for Kalen. And we go to Jonathan. He's going to open up with 315 kilos. So Jonathan's personal best, 345 kilos in the deadlift, opening up at 315.
Bars loaded, says the man in charge. Coming out now, Jonathan Averill. Let him know you're happy to see him, Cayman.
So Jonathan Averill, USA, 315 kilos on this opening attempt. And that moved like an opener. Smooth, 3 white lights. He's on the board. And we go to Jonathan, by the way, was in the super heavyweight division. And we go to our other super heavyweight, Ray Williams, be open up at 320 kilos here. And once we get all these lifts in, then we'll look at see who's where and what's what in the overall medal contention for the total. So Ray, 320 kilos on his opening attempt.
Welcome him out, Ray Williams, 320 kilo attempt. Let's watch him work, ladies and gentlemen.
Gets it up, locks it out. I think that third squat, yeah, he's hurting. He hurt himself on that third squat. So he's a little tender right now. And he got it 2-1, but you can tell there's a grimace there. So we'll see if he continues on. But that was a good lift, and he did lock in a total. So, and we're going to keep it here at 320 kilos. And Tristan Naselrod, Team USA, Tristan in the 120 class. And he makes easy work of that 320 kilo opener. So Eric Willis, 330 kilo opener in the 120 plus division. Now, Ray Williams did put in a second attempt at 330, by the way. So Eric Willis from Canada opening up with 330 kilos, representing Canada in the 120 plus division.
Bar is loaded. Welcome him out, Canada, Cayman. He's coming out to work for you. He stares at the bar. He steps on up. His red socks match the plates. Watch him work, ladies and gentlemen.
Gets it up, locks it out. Thunder as it comes down. 3 white lights. Good opener, 330 kilos for Eric Willis. And we're going to throw 5 more kilos on. Bryce Krawcheck, Canada, next lifter, 335 kilos in the 120 kilo class.
Join me in welcoming out Bryce Krawcheck. You love him, you want to see him, you know him. 335 pounds.
So he gets himself set up.
Cayman, watch him work.
Double overhand hook, sumo pull. And this thing, if you blink, it'll be locked out in a millisecond. He's got such great speed off the ground up to lockout. $335 kilos opener.
15 seconds.
Boom, locked out. And 3 white lights. And we still have 1 more lifter in this first round deadlifts. And that's Michael Tashir opening up at 347.5 kilos.
That's 766.11 pounds. The bar is clean. The bar is
Now, Michael's personal best is 377.5. He's opening up at 347.5. Gets himself set up, pulling conventional. And locks it out. 347.5 kilo opener, 3 white lights. Everybody gasped at that lift. That's an opener here, folks. And if you want a clinic on how to sumo deadlift or conventional deadlift, you can watch it right here tonight. And we're back up to the top of the order, and 230 kilos here for Alexander Bowden, Cayman Islands. Whew. Let's catch our breath here, folks. So the whole room just went instantly quiet. Kind of spooky all of a sudden. So 230 kilos for Alexander, Cayman Islands. Now the crowd comes back.
Alexander doing it for Grand Cayman. Make some noise. This is your hometown boy. Don't stop clapping. Don't stop making noise. Watch him work.
Gets it up, locks it out, gets the down command, and let's take a look. 3 white lights, and he is 2 for 2. So we're putting on 260 kilos now. So Jordan McElwain, also from the Cayman Islands here, he opened up at 240 successfully. Throwing on 20 more kilos here in his second attempt, 260 kilos.
Don't adjust your eyes from the Cayman
So here we go. He's in the 120
Jordan
kilo class.
Well from 240 earlier. This is 260. Up. He smiles at you.
Gets
all,
that locked out.
down.
3 white lights, and he's 2 for 2.
Let him know you appreciate it. Well done by Jordan.
So Colton now, Team Canada, 120 plus open lifter. He opened up at 260 kilos successfully, jumping up 20 kilos to 280 kilos for this second pull in the open 120 plus category. So bars loaded now. Colton comes out. He's ready to go. 120 kilo plus lifter.
Ladies and gentlemen, let him know you're here. Good from 260 kilos earlier. 280 on this one. Canada, Cayman, let him know you're here. Let him know he's
Gets it up, locks it out, smooth as can be. 3 white lights, and he is 2 for 2. Colton Lejonis, Team Canada, with 1 to go. So we're loading up 320 kilos here. Kaylin from Belize.
Bar is loaded.
So Kaylin breaking that 700 pound mark, 705 and a half. And he opened up at 300 kilos, jumping up here to 320, 120 kilo class. Nicely done, locks that out, smooth all the way up to lockout. 3 white lights, excellent pull, and he's 2 for 2 with 1 to go. And we're going to 327 and a half, throwing 7.5 kilos more on the bar for Jonathan Averill. He opened up at 315, moving it up to 327 and a half now in the 120 plus category. His personal best 345. So here we go. So 722 pounds, 327.5 kilos, and makes easy work of that. Smooth as can be. 3 white lights, 1 more to go. So right now, we're going to 330 kilos. Ray Williams, see if he's going to come out for this. Yes, he is. Had a little grimace after that first pull. He's coming out for this one, 330 kilos. Gets himself ready to go.
Thank you, Ray. Let's see what you got, sir.
And here we go. Gets it up, locks it out, gently sets it back down, and no lift up and down on the bar. He hitched it about right in there. There it is. So no lift, and the crowd gives him appreciation as He's been putting on a show today. And we go to 340 kilos for Tristan Naselrod, USA, 120 kilo lifter, opened up 320 kilos, moving it up here 20 more kilos to 340. Currently, he's in the gold medal position in the 120 kilo class. So he's trying to move that total up. He knows he's got some super deadlifters coming up behind him. And he locks that out. What a lift. 3 white lights, good lift. And he adds some buffer room in there with 1 lift to go. And we're going to load up the bar with 352.5 kilos. Bryce Krawczyk, Team Canada, 120 kilo lifter, currently in the bronze medal position in this 120 kilo battle going on. So things are going to change, though, I believe. He's still got this second pull and then a third. So the other people have locked theirs in, except for Mike Teixeira, who's the last puller of this round. So here we go. As he gets himself set up over that bar. Sumo pull, overhand hook grip.
20 seconds.
Gets himself set in. Here we go. And that's locked out. 3 white lights, 352.5 kilos. And that moves him into the silver medal position with Mike Teixeira still to pull. And Eric Willis in the super heavyweight 120 plus category. He's got to pull 355 kilos here for his second attempt. He was successful at 330. So this is 355 for Eric Willis, Team Canada. And here we go. Gets it up, locks it out, and 3 white lights. He's good. He's in the silver medal position in that 120 plus. So here we go. One last pull in this second round. Mike Teixeira opened up at 347.5, moving it up 20 kilos to 367.5 for this pull. So craziness going on here in this place. So this is 810 pounds on this pull. This will move him up into the silver medal position if successful, and everybody will still have 1 pull to go. And there it is. He locks it out, gets the down command. 3 white lights. And so he moves up into the silver medal position in the 120 kilo class with 1 pull to go. Whoa. This place is a buzzing. 1 last pull each, but see what kind of maneuvering is going to be going on with changes, because each lifter has up to 2 changes they can make from their initial lift or initial weight they put in. So Mike hasn't put his in yet. There it is, 386 and a half. So Alexander Bowden for his last pull, 240 kilos. So here he goes, 240 kilos, last pull, gets it up, locks it out. Let's see what they say. They get the down command. No lift. He went up and down on the bar and ramped it there. So no lift. So he will carry forward a championship total of 537 and a half in the 120 plus. And we're going to 275 kilos. Jordan McCain, Cayman Islands. He was successful on his second at 260 kilos. Bars ready at 275. So he's in the 120 kilo class. He gets it up, locks it out, 275 kilos, gets the down command. Oh, and he drops it. Oh my goodness, he dropped the weight after he had the down command for about 8 seconds. The head referee gave him the down command, and he was talking, and he just drops it. Oh my goodness. So no lift. So he ends up with 635 kilos as a total and 260 in the deadlift. And we moved to 300 kilos. And Colton Lejonis from Canada, his last pull in the 120 kilo plus division. Whew. And just so you know, Mike Teixeira put in 386.5, which is 0.5 above the current world record in the deadlift. So guys, this is nuts here tonight. So here we go, Colton pulling 300 kilos here. Gets it moving. No, not quite there. So Colton in the 120 plus division ends up with a total of 785 kilos and a 4th place position in that 120 plus. And Ray's coming back out. He's going to do 330 again. He's trying to break that 1,000 kilo total. He's at 995 right now. So he missed 330. He kind of hitched it, went up and down on that second attempt. You can see he's in discomfort. So he's going to try it again, 330 kilos. And he's in the 120 plus, currently in the gold medal position. So trying to get that 1,000. I think he needs 1,000 kilos to qualify for Sheffield. I think that's what's going on here.
We almost saw 1,000 pounds earlier, 330 kilos now, 727. Let's will him forward on this one.
So come on, Big Ray. Come on. Let's do this here. Get behind him. Gets it up. Lock. Come on, lock it. There it is. He gets the down command, slowly lowers it to the ground. And you can see him wincing in pain. And no lift. Coach, go to the jury. Come on, she's going. She's going. She's talking to him. Hey. Susie Hartwig-Gary is his coach. She's over by the jury talking. So we'll see what happens. And while that's happening, we're loading up 340 kilos. And Kalen Belize, 120 kilo lifter, currently in the 4th place position. He was successful at 320, trying 340 here. He's got a total of 852.5 right now. And let's see, will that jump him up? No, he won't be able to jump up into 3rd place. So he is your 4th place position lifter, but he's trying 340 kilos. So he's out. Gets it up, gets it moving, locks it out, gets the down command. Good lift, 3 white lights, 340 kilos, 3 for 3 in the deadlifts, 120 kilo class, 872.5 kilo total, and 4th place in this championship, which is, you can't get much more of a stacked championship than this. And so here we go. And they did not turn over Ray's bad lift. They kept it as a miss. So Ray keeps 320 and a total of 995. And he's currently locked in the gold medal. And I don't think they're going to be able to jump it, but you never know. So here we go, Jonathan Averill, 350 kilos here on this attempt. Trying to get it locked. Oh, so close. Oh, so close. Just had to get those hips through a little bit, and he had it. And 350 attempt. So he ends up in the bronze medal position with 857.5 kilos in this stacked field in the 120 plus. And so here we go, our battle of the 120s. Tristan Naselrod will start us off with 352.5. He is in the 1st place position, 913 kilos in the total, and trying to add to that, 352.5 kilos being loaded on the bar. He was successful on his 2nd attempt with 340, trying to add 12.5 kilos here. This will be a 2 kilo personal best for him also. His previous personal best, 350, trying to break that. So here we go, folks. Gets it, oh no. He got it moving, but just couldn't keep it going. So he is locked in a total of 913 kilos, and he is in the gold medal position with 2 pulls behind him by Bryce Krawcheck and Mike Teixeira still to come, and we'll see how this all pans out. So before that, we have Eric Willis in our super heavyweights.
NAPF.
Okay. Eric Willis is a NAPF. Hold on one second. Let me get this straightened out here. Okay, we got that straightened out. Eric Willis, 371 on the bar, will break his NAPF deadlift super heavyweight record by, I believe, half a kilo. So he owns it. He's going to break it. Here we go, 371 on the bar, super heavyweight. Trying to get it locked out. No, not quite. So you can see the effort he put in there. So he is your silver medalist. Ray Williams is your gold medalist in the super heavyweight category. So Eric ends up with a total of 890 kilos and 355 kilos on the deadlift. So he is the deadlift individual lift gold medalist for the 120 plus. And so now we're going to the last two pulls, both in the 120 kilo class. And Bryce Krachek has 375 kilos put in at the scores table. That's what they're loading up right now. So here he goes. See if we got any changes. All right. Nope, it's called loaded. This is what he's coming out to pull. He's in the bronze medal position. 375 kilos. Trying to move this up. Trying to get into silver medal position. 375 kilos.
0.73 pounds, 375 kilos. Watch the concentration.
Here he goes.
Make some noise for this young man to go from third back to second in the battle of the 120s. Let him know.
Gets it up. Can he lock it? He's waiting for the down command. No. And he didn't quite get himself locked out. He was so close. No lift. So he is your bronze medalist with a total of 877.5 in the 120 class. So now we have Mike Tashir with a world record attempt, IPF world record attempt, open 120 class, 386.5. Now, let's see, Tristan Naselrod is at 913 in the gold medal position. So this, all right, this will not get him in the gold medal position, but this will go for the IPF world record here. So he's got the silver medal wrapped up. He's not going to be able to jump into the gold medal position, but this is a IPF Open world record deadlift attempt here in the 120 open class. Mike Tashir.
Watch close. Watch it work, Mike Tashir.
Oh, he got it off the ground. Salutes the crowd. No lift. So, Mike Tashir is your silver medalist. Tristan Naselrod, your gold medalist in the 120 Open. And Bryce Krachek, your bronze medalist in the totals of your 120. And I already told you the 120 pluses. Woo! What a night, what a night, what a night. So, we're going to be broadcasting the award ceremony here. Stay with us. I'll be back tomorrow morning for all the equipped action that'll be happening. And we'll be starting, I believe, at 10 o'clock in the morning local time here, which is Central Time, U.S. So join us tomorrow. Stay tuned for our medal ceremony. And this is the 20th annual IPF North American Power Federation Regional Powerlifting Championships, the 2023 version, live from Grand Cayman Islands, beautiful 7 Mile Beach at the Marriott. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome while we bring in the athletes of Flight A.
No, I've reformed myself. Okay, here they come. Here. Yeah, here they come. All right, Claire, whenever you're ready. Robert, bring them out, please. Flight A. Flight A. Please come. Please come. Flight A.
Welcome in Cayman Islands Flight A of Men's Classic. And a big round of applause for these athletes, of which we're missing one. Who are we missing? Any of the athletes up there know which guy's missing? Nope. Go. Go. All right. We will start with Flight A Men's Classic Master for 105 kilo. Coming up from the United States with the gold medal, Michael Dollard. Michael as well is gold, silver, and bronze in all three categories, and the overall gold in all three categories, and the gold overall. There's a good looking podium. Round of applause. Well done, sir. Moving on to Flight A Men's Classic Master 1, 105 kilogram. Welcome with the gold medal from Canada, David Noma. David is gold in squat, bench press, deadlift, and total.
Lewis Maynard, Bogdan Nikolic, John Hoy, Vaughn, Canada, Cayman Islands, Jamaica. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Ooh, this will be a lot of moving around. And then a national anthem too, right?
Big round of applause for David Noma. Moving on to the open 105 kilogram class, we will start with the squat portion, beginning with the bronze medal from Jamaica. Welcome, Janoy Vaughn. With the silver medal from your Cayman Islands, Bogdan Nikolic. And with the gold from Canada, Louis Venya. All right, let's get our pictures taken. Are we good with our pictures? We'll ask all the athletes to hop off the podium and reseed the podium for the bench press, beginning with the bronze medal from your Cayman Islands, Bogdan Nikolic. In the bench press with the silver medal from Canada, Louis Venya. And in the bench press with the gold medal from Jamaica, John Hoy Vaughn.
This is the most kind of one we've had so far, I think. You know what I mean? The most like moving around parts.
Are we good with those pictures? Yeah? All right. Let's ask them all to step off. And we're going to put them right back up there with the deadlift portion of the competition with the bronze medal. Welcome from Jamaica, John Hoy Vaughn.
We have to take them off again, don't we?
With the silver medal from Canada in the deadlift portion, Louis Venya. And my goodness, am I about to say it, with the gold in the deadlift from your Cayman Islands, Bogdan Nikolic. That's a picture. Take all the pictures you'd like. A Caymanian at the top of the step. There's your picture in the deadlift. We'll have them all step down, and we're going to put them right back up there one more time for the total and overall with the bronze medal from Jamaica, John Hoy Vaughn. With the silver medal from the Cayman Islands, your Bogdan Nikolic. And with the overall gold in the Open 105, welcome from Canada, Louis Venya. Push it. If everyone would please rise. If everyone would please rise for the playing of the Canadian National Anthem. One more big round of applause for all these wonderful athletes. Let's watch them exit. And as we welcome Flight B, welcome them in. Flight B Men's Classic. All right, one quick round of applause for our athletes of Flight B Men's Classic. We begin with the open 120 kilo category, starting in the squat category with the bronze medal from the United States, Michael Tashir. With the silver medal from Canada, bring up Bryce Kroshik. And with the gold in the squat category from the United States, Tristan Nazelrod. All right, we've got our photos. If you guys would step down, we'll reseat the podium for the bench press, beginning with the bronze medalist from Canada, Bryce Kroshik. And the silver in bench press from the United States, Tristan Nazelrod. And with the gold in bench press, Belize, your son, your one, Mr. Kalon Kato Godoy. All right, we've got our photos. Let's get them off the podium so we can put them right back up. We move to the deadlift portion with the bronze medal with the United States of America. Please welcome Tristan Nazelrod. The silver medal out of Canada goes to Bryce Kroshik. And the gold medal out of the United States, Michael Tashir. All right, that's probably enough photos. Hop on down, gentlemen. And we will reseed the platform for the overall, beginning with the bronze medal out of Canada, Bryce Kroshik. Moving on next to the silver medal in the overall from the United States, Michael Tashir. And the overall gold going to, from the United States, Tristan Nazelrod. Big round of applause for these athletes. Well done, gentlemen. We move on to our final category, the open 120 plus kilo. We start with the squat competition from, I apologize. If the open 120 could climb back up in the finishing position onto the podium so we can play the anthem of the United States of America. Thank you very much. I apologize. Thank you, gentlemen, and apologies. We move on to our final category, the open 120 plus kilo. We begin with the squat portion, and please welcome from Canada with the bronze medal, Colton Lajeunesse. With the silver medal from the United States, Jonathan Averill. And with the gold from the United States with some amazing pulls tonight, Mr. Ray Williams. Big round of applause. All right, and we will reseed now. to the bench press portion and start with the bronze medal out of the United States, Jonathan Averill. With the silver medal out of the United States, Dr. Ray Williams. And with the gold medal in bench press out of Canada, Eric Willis. All right, and now we will recede the podium. In the deadlift, we start with the bronze medal out of the United States, Dr. Ray Williams. With the silver medal in the deadlift out of the United States, Jonathan Averill. And with the gold medal in deadlift out of Canada, welcome Eric Willis. All right. And we will now recede for the overall for the open 120 plus kilogram category. We start with the bronze overall, going to from the United States, Jonathan Averill. With the overall silver, please welcome Canadian Eric Willis. And with the overall gold out of the United States, Dr. Ray Williams. If you'll all please rise for a playing of the national anthem of the United States of America. All right, as they exit the room, one more round of applause for Flight B. Another round of applause for Flight B.